Coming to the core thesis of Fund 5, I'm going to spend a lot of time on this topic. So in 2018, we saw the lot of democratization of AI techniques. At that time, it was the beginning of machine learning, followed by computer vision. And one of the key things that we realized was that this AI by itself is almost impractical in enterprises. Think about a factory floor worker. The factory floor worker doesn't care much about, the AI trend lines or anything. What they care about is when they come into work in the morning, how can they do their job better? So in order to operationalize AI in enterprises, the key elements that are needed are AI, but deep workflow automation and data. So in Enterprise 4.0, we came up with this concept of how AI, automation, and data can be put together in a fully integrated vertical solution that can disrupt some of the most traditional industries. And we were right on that topic. And we saw some really nice companies, and you had a glimpse of some of the companies that are building enterprise technology companies and driving massive productivity gains in enterprises today. Since 2023, what has happened is generative AI has come about. And this is a force multiplier. Eric described earlier, this is equivalent to what we saw with the internet browsers and how it drove a generation of productivity gains within enterprises. One thing that is different in generative AI right now is the pace at which innovation is going on. What's also different is the volume of investments that have gone in. So what does this mean, right? Machines have become extremely powerful. They can consume vast amount of data, they can make sense out of it, and this data can be multimodal, like text, videos, images, etc. Machines have also become really good at process execution. They can take the routine, mundane task, the repetitive task, and completely automate that. On the other hand, humans are really good at strategy. Humans are also really good at setting ethical guardrails. So the core for Enterprise 5.0 is this interplay between human ingenuity and intelligent machines. And we believe this type of human-centric enterprise automation is the next massive disruption in enterprise innovation today. And this is not a one-time thing. It is going to take an example of the autonomous vehicle space. Today on the road, you see multiple millions of cars that are with basic levels of automation. You have some with cruise control, some with just ABS systems. But then, on the other hand, you also have completely self-driving cars. You think about Waymo operating in San Francisco without a driver and offering actually a higher quality of service. 15 years ago, if you were to ask somebody about this, people in this room, about this reality, a lot of us would be skeptical that such a pace would be, such a scenario would be possible, that you'll have completely automated cars operating. And what has driven this is the rapid pace of innovation. And you look at any new vehicle that is being introduced, you'll see the massive adoption of new technologies in this. We believe enterprises are on a similar kind of journey. When you look at majority of the enterprises today in the US itself, you'll see them that they're stuck with very low levels of automation. But one thing is true. With the advent of generative AI and the world waking up, it has become imperative that every enterprise will make an upshift in their levels of automation. And that represents trillions of dollars of opportunity and productivity gains to be had. And within this, there are some companies that are enabling enterprises to go from low levels of automation and leapfrog into higher levels of automation. Those companies will use, like our Enterprise 4.0 companies, make use of AI, deep workflow automation, and data sets to completely transform these sometimes legacy industries. And those are the companies that we are most excited about. Let me take a couple of examples in our portfolio. One example is AI Dash. Utilities need to manage their vegetation across massive infrastructure that they have. Think about transmission lines. And they spent $10 billion just in the US to cut trees. AI Dash enables these utilities to use satellite data and provide them with very accurate piece of information, which tree to cut, when to cut, and how much to cut. Utilities today were just using heuristics to cut these trees, right? And today they can use very precise information on which tree to cut, when to cut, and how much to cut. And this not only has a better level of service, but also protects the environment as well.